and welcome to the Club Support Workshop for clubs that may need a little extra assistance. And my name is Kari Evans. I am the Club Growth Director, and I have William Carr, who is the Club Coach Chair. And we also have AJ Hopper, our Public Relations Manager, and she is moderating the chat. And so if you have questions, you can put them in the chat and she will let us know. And we will get started. I see people are coming in. And so welcome, welcome, welcome. As I said, we are here to provide resources and tools for clubs that just need a little bit of extra assistance. We want to go over 3 options for you. We also want to take questions that you may have, any burning questions, anything that you wondered about club coaches or any of the other options that we'll talk about. Before we move on to the workshop part of the evening, I want to take a moment to appreciate our current club coaches. For the district, October is Club Coach Appreciation Month, and on our awesome D44 website, we have the names of our club coaches that are currently coaching, or maybe they are just finished up their term. And so we wanted to give them a little appreciation. It does take a little bit of work to help coach a club, and you have the opportunity to really work on your communication and leadership skills and take it to the next level. So if you know of anyone that wants to be a club coach, that wants to have that opportunity to really learn and grow and be appreciated, please be sure to reach out to me at cgd@d44toastmasters.org. And at the end of the workshop, there'll be a slide that has my contact information and William's contact information. And again, if you want to check out our awesome website, that is, and AJ's smiling because she has redesigned and revamped and made it look really nice. So check it out at d44toastmasters.org. And now we're going to move on to the exciting part of the evening, where you'll get to learn more about the tools that will help your club. And I want to take a moment to introduce the District Club Coach Chair, Distinguished Toastmaster, William Carr. And William is a member of Ben Hill Toastmasters, and he is a long-time Toastmaster, has lots and lots of experience because he joined in 2006, and he has served as a club officer in all of the roles. So he's got lots of advice and lots of experience. And he received his Distinguished Toastmaster Award, which, for anyone that's not aware, that is the highest honor, highest award that is given to a Toastmaster. And he received that in July of 2011. And has had a range of responsibilities at the area, division, and district levels, where he served as area governor, a co-program manager for the District 44 Toastmasters 2016 Fall Conference. And William also volunteers outside of Toastmasters. I don't know where he finds the time, but he is the founder of the Real Life Ministries Incorporated of Alabama, which is a nonprofit organization that was created in 2002. And he's married with children and grandchildren. Again, I don't know where you find the time because he's so dedicated to Toastmasters. And since 2005, he's worked with youth and adults teaching leadership skills and personal finance using biblical principles. And he's spoken at several workshops and seminars on money matters. And he's also done so many other volunteer opportunities with organizations such as the United Way, Douglas County Court, Douglas County Court-appointed Special Advocates, and the Department of Juvenile Justice. So with that illustrious introduction, I would like to bring on William Carr to take us away for the workshop. Welcome, William. Thank you.
And a pleasant good evening to everyone. And thank you, Madam Club Growth Director, for that introduction. Did everybody weather the storm without any incidents? Hopefully you did, but it appears that some are still without power all over the city, but we are going to proceed on. And this is being recorded, so they have an opportunity to play back. We've been having conversations about how to help members succeed through their clubs, whatever they had set out to do in Toastmasters. I want you to note that I said members and then club, because the experience is supposed to be for the member. Just a little history here. Dr. Smedley, when he thought about this opportunity, he thought about those who will participate, the members. And from that point on, 96 years ago, we'll celebrate 96 years as Toastmasters. Toastmaster International still keeps that theme, members first, and then it rolls down to Toastmasters International. I want to share with you this evening 3 options to help what I call clubs in need. And also that's a term that Toastmasters International uses. So we have club coaches, club to club exchange, and club coach council. And I will go over those and allow opportunities for you to ask questions after I finish each section. Okay, club coaches. The first thing I want to say about club coaches, when you receive a club coach, that coach has not been appointed to your club to come in and take over. No, 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 no. The club coach has a responsibility. And the first responsibility that the club coach has is to get to know the club president and the club executive committee. They need to create a working relationship with the club. So as a club coach, the responsibilities are build a rapport, observe and analyze, assist the club development, enable the club to achieve goals or grow, and instill enthusiasm into the club. So the process will be, if you are in need of a club coach, request, submit it. The club coach appointee will have a discussion, and then the club coach is appointed. But remember, the club coach is not to come in and take over the club. They are to come in and assist the club in every opportunity that they can. Club coaches have a toolkit that we have prepared for them. And some of these material may look familiar to you. I'm sure most of them do. But those are the informational manuals that Toastmaster International has prepared. And most of us know that when Toastmaster put a project together, they provide you with all the information you need. In other words, they dot all the I's and cross all the T's. So this is the information that club coaches use, and this information is available to you as well. So we have how to rebuild a Toastmaster club. the Distinguished Club Program and Club Success Plan. I want to speak about that just a little bit more. The Club Leadership Handbook and the Moments of Truth. Okay, the Club Coach Kit provides information for the club coach to give and share with the clubs. The idea is to assist the club in becoming club distinguished. Okay? And the first thing a club coach really should do, well, the second thing I would say, the second thing the club coach should do is come in and make an assessment of the club. And they should do that with the permission and the cooperation of the president and the club executive committee. Now, there are some tools I want to bring to your attention because I think these two tools are very important in the success of your club helping club members succeed. One is the troubleshooting guide. Is that you have a picture of the troubleshooting guide? Okay, the Club Coach troubleshooting guide. And let me just read a couple of questions or thoughts coming from this guide. The first one is, members sincerely want their club to be successful. And then there is a guide where you choose from 5 down to 1. And also, you take a corrective action according to how you score your answer. Another question would be, does meetings begin and end on time? Again, you score that. And if you don't, there's a corrective answer. And let me just give you one more. Members are supportive of one another and take pride in each other's accomplishment. If they do, you score it, and then if not, you make a corrective adjustment. Now the next two are the members interest survey and the new members profile. When you get a member joining your club, one of the first things you want to do or should do is to ask them to fill out these two forms. This will give you an idea of what you need to offer the new member and how you can provide the services that is needed for them to succeed. These forms are available to you off the Toastmasters website, and I want to encourage you to at least pull down each of them and go over them. Because some of you may not have new members, but you do need that in your new members kit if you have one. And if you do not have a new members kit, let me suggest at this point, put one together. This could be invaluable to persons visiting your club and who is very much interested in joining. Now the club, the DCP, the Club Distinguished Club Program and the Club Success Plan. These are two of the valuable tools you will need. Now, the Club Success Plan, the president and the executive committee should come together and put together this Club Success Plan. The Club Success Plan is part of the Distinguished Club Program. And the Distinguished Club Program is how you gauge what the club is doing. And you also use that Club Success Plan in that gauging. The Club Success Plan is very daunting and it could be overwhelming sometimes, but I suggest that the president and the club's executive committee come together and put it together and keep it where you can, when you get ready to transition and move on, then the incoming persons for the club officers, they will have a plan, and they will only have to make just minor corrections to that to have a completed club success plan. And I'm sure most of you have already started your club success plan. Raise your hand if you have. Raise your hand. Let me see your hands. Okay, good. And if you haven't, then let me encourage you to do that. This can help you tremendously. I have a call to action for you, and that call to action is to review the Distinguished Club Program and your club success plan. Are there any questions concerning the topics I've gone over so far? We have any questions?
I don't have any in the chat currently.
Nothing in the chat, AJ. Okay.
You're too thorough, William.
I think they're warming up. They're warming up for me. So since they're warming up, I'm going to continue.
I have a question.
Oh, okay. Got a question, Geraldine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My question is about the plan. So, for example, if the club has, even in the board, we have some problems. So how does the president itself or herself can do the distinguish if there is any problem in terms of board or for the officers?
Okay, let me see if I understand your question. Can the president of the club prepare the club success plan alone? Is that the question?
The distinguished club success plan.
Okay, the distinguished club. Okay. I would say no. And the reason I'm saying no is because all of the officers of the club need to participate in putting together that distinguished club program or the club success plan. And the reason is for one person to do it to take a very long time because there is a lot of information that is asked and there are a lot of questions that need to be answered. And there's an old saying that goes, two heads is better than one, and 5 heads are better than 2. So to have a good focus on where the club is going, all the club officers should participate in the DCP and the club success plan. Did I answer your question?
Yes, however, in my case, most of the club officers are not available. Most of the time, I only have just one person that is available. So even if I don't have any all the others, can I just do it with the one that is available? Because if I'm waiting for them, I might not never do it for the rest of the officers. So if I only have just one person as officers that is available to do it, does the president can work with that person and then after share the ideas or the brainstorming, whatever they plan to do to the other members that not available to do it?
Let me suggest this. When you get ready to start on the club success plan, send your officers an invitation, and whoever accepts the invitation and come to the meeting, you work with them. I wish I can give you a better answer, but by you extending them an invitation is saying to them they are not being excused or omitted from helping out with the club success plan.
Thank you.
Okay. Are there any other questions?
We did have one that was asking what the requirements are for the club to get a coach. And I believe it's just 12 members or less, but is there anything else that they need to do or have?
12 members or less. It's the main qualification. They have to request a coach from the district, and that would be a club growth chairperson, Toastmaster Evans. They need to send a request to her. Then she will give me the person's name. I will have a conversation with that person, and then we will make a recommendation back to the club about that person.
I did that, but I'm still don't have any response for that. I have only one time of meeting, but after that, I didn't have any other follow-up.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put a circle on that, and we're gonna come back to that, even if we have to do it offline, to get some help for you to get that accomplished, because that is, I would say, a critical element in the success of the club, to know where you're going. And that's what the DCP program is and the club success plan is. It's a roadmap to where you're going. Are there any other questions?
That's all I have in the
Okay.
chat for right now.
Well, let's move on to option number 2. I am excited about option number 2. Option number 2 is club to club exchange. And how this work is, next slide, please. Okay. The program requirements: support another club in District 44 to help them to achieve a distinguish, to help them reach 20 or more, and the club to coach the club members to reach 5 or more DCP goals, and that's part of the DCP plan. And they mentor club officers to support their members. Those are the requirements for club to club exchange. The benefits of what you get from club to club exchange is this: you build relationships with another club and club members. Before I've heard about club to club exchange, in the earlier days in Division A, Ben Hill had meetings with other clubs in the division. In fact, we have one coming up next November the 14th. We have just a come together meeting, because we've always had meetings that we meet together. And it's not the club has changed, but the camaraderie and the fellowship we get from that is tremendous. So I see that in the club to club exchange. I have heard that there have been some success in this, and I would recommend those of you who would like to just get with another club who has the experience and who have achieved their DCP goals to get with them and see if you can meet. Now, once you determine who that club may be, you will need to contact the club growth director and exchange information with her about the club. Now, there is some other values that the program offer, you can get that information. Well, one is that one of the clubs will receive $100 club investment buck, and that's the supporting club. When you assist another club, the supporting club gets $100 club investment bucks when the club reaches its DCP goals. Okay, and let's see. And my call to action for you is to reach out to a club and notify the club growth director. If an agreement has been met, contact the club growth director directly to talk with your area director. Are there any questions about the club exchange? Okay. No questions? I hear crickets going. Everybody's kind of quiet. Yeah.
Gotta stop doing too well, William.
I know they're still building up for the big questions, okay? All right, if there aren't any questions, then we'll move on to the third option, which is Club Coach Council. Now, options 1 and 2 are programs that Toastmasters International has had in place for a while. The Club Coach Council is something new that we're trying to do. And the mission of the Club Coach Council is to assist in the rebuild of a club in need through communication, collaboration, and corroboration. Let me repeat that. Communication, talking with each other. Collaboration, working with each other. And corroboration, supporting each other to assist the club in reaching its goal and celebrating the others see their success. Okay. The club coach will consist of division directors, area directors, club coaches, and the coach chair, and also other district leaders. Okay, so the club coach council is not going to do this alone. And let me just back up, because the club coach is not asked to do their responsibility alone. They have a team as well. And that team is division directors, area directors, club coaches, and club coach chair. So we're all in this together. Now, the Club Coach Council will address the concerns of the club using the SWOT analysis, SWOT, SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat. And what they're trying to do is determine the immediate needs of clubs and the areas these clubs need assistance in. Ideally, we will want District 44 to remain a strong and viable club. And this can be accomplished with strong and viable clubs that can support its members. I know we talk a lot about the club and the club success, but the member makes the club successful. So if you look at it in this respect, if every member in your club was successful, you wouldn't have to worry about the DCP goals. You wouldn't have to worry about the club's success plan. You wouldn't have to worry about District 44 being a president distinct district. It all flows upward from the member. We need to put more emphasis on our members and work toward them getting the things that they need for the reason they join a Toastmasters club. Your call to action tonight for the Club Coach Council is, the Club Coach Council has been called to assess or reassess your club's program and mirror it against the Club Coach troubleshooting guide. Again, that's why we consider that troubleshooting guide a very important tool that you can use as well as a club coach. If necessary, then you can make the adjustments after you read the club coach troubleshooting guide. You see where your weaknesses are or your strengths are. You can make adjustments. Okay. Are there any questions about the club coach council or about the other two options? So now we have three options now. And remember, the title of this talk is Club Support Workshop. And we've tried to encourage clubs to use all available resources. If there are other resources that we have not gone over that you think that is workable, that you think that other clubs can use, I encourage you to let us know. Email us. You're going to get 3 email addresses that you can use. Email us and let us know. Then we can look at it, talk about it, and then we can go from there. Any questions?
And I stopped screen sharing. So if you'd like to unmute yourself and show your face on video and have questions, you can ask, or if you want to make comments, or you can just have a discussion.
Well, quickly, I was asked a couple times in the chat if this was going to be available, the slides and the recording available for all the attendees. And yes, we will have it available, and we will post it on the website, our district website. Any other questions?
I see 2 faces.
Yeah. Yes, I've got a question. You talked a little bit about what the club coach council does with the cooperate and collaborate, but it was unclear on how it fits in the puzzle between the other 2 pieces with the club coaches and the club to club exchange.
Okay. We came up with the idea of the club coach council because there are more clubs in need than there are people volunteer to be club coaches. So the club coach council would be, in a sense, a surrogate for the club coach. The club coach council would do exactly the same thing the club coach will do. They have the same responsibility. So you're not losing anything, but we did want to try to put something in place if we did not get enough club coaches. Preferably, if we can get club coaches, great. But we don't want clubs to suffer because we don't have club coaches. So we send up this council so they can direct their questions to, we'll give the address again, I'm sure. Well, let me just give it to you.
Oh,
And then AJ, you can post it. You have it, AJ? Okay, just post it for everybody. D44 Club Council at d44toastmasters.org. You can address your concerns to that, email, and then we can get it and look at it, and we will do the same thing that a club coach would do. We will assess it, make sure that all the dots, all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed before we respond back to you. So that's the idea of the club coach.
Okay.
William is frozen for a minute there. He's back.
Yeah, I called it a club coach council, but Toastmasters called it a rescue team. And I thought, that's okay, let's just change it up and hope to generate some interest. So from rescue team, which includes all those persons I've named, is part of the Club Coach Council. And we still will have some specific persons who has the experience in Toastmasters that can really analyze the information and then come up with a good solution. Any other observation or thoughts?
Did everybody get the email addresses? I put it in the chat as well in case you wanted to just save the chat.
Did you have a question, Weta?
No, it was already answered. I asked if there will be slides available for us, and I was told yes.
Awesome.
Okay, if I don't have any questions, let me ask for observations, comments, proposals, queries. If none, then I'm going to relinquish my virtual mic and turn it back over to our Club Growth Director, distinguished Toastmaster Kari Evans.
Okay, thank you so much, William, for all of the knowledge that you have shared. And yes, this will be recorded, so we'll be able to share it with all of the clubs that need a little extra support of the 3 options that are available. Again, you have the email addresses, so if you have a specific question, you can email William or I. And if you will ask one more round of if you have any questions or anything you'd like to share, you can unmute yourself and show your video. But I think we have answered all of the questions for now. And again, if you may walk away and you may look at the slides again and you may think of something else that you'd like to ask. So feel free to email us. We're available and we are excited to help you and help you with becoming a successful club. So have a good night, everyone. Thank you again to our moderator and public relations manager and distinguished Toastmaster, all those titles, AJ Hopper. And thank you again, everyone, for joining us.
You forgot
Thank you.
TMBFF.
What's that?
You forgot TMBFF.
And TMBFF. I'll leave you with that. If you really want some club support, get a TMBFF, which is a Toastmaster best friend forever. They will help you through everything when your club is struggling, when you have questions,
When you're struggling.
Yeah, when you're struggling, when you're ready. We have, AJ and I technically coached a club together, our own club, and brought it back to success, and it is still thriving.
Yep.
So
6 years old.
yes. Oh, yes. Ooh, we didn't have a party. Well, anyway, that's for another meeting. But have a good night, everyone, and thank you.
Have a good night,
joining
everyone.
us.
Be safe.
Thank you
you.
everybody for being here.
Good night.
Good night.
Are we staying on for a minute?